What's up, beer drinkers? How y'all doing this week? We got another great show for you again this week. Not only do we drink and review some delicious beers from Firestone Walker and from New Glarus, but in our beer news segment, we talk about AI inspired beer, or sourced beer, I should say, AI sourced beer. Some guy who's been going on a pub crawl for decades, and the first South African black female brewery owner. And then for our Cöld Brüe List, Sorcerer Chromatic and we go over Michael Madsen's top 10 movies. Michael Madsen, the recently passed away Michael Madsen. He was a great character actor, and he will be missed. And then after that, we rate our beers. And then in our Drunken Shenanigans, we talk about The Poop Cruise. If you haven't seen it yet, it is on Netflix. It's about 55 minutes long. It's worth the watch. It's pretty quick. It's a good pace. And I got to say, it was entertaining. And I remember hearing about it. I think I'd talk about this later, but I remember hearing about it when it happened, but I really didn't pay no mind. Because it was inconvenient for a lot of people, but nothing really tragic happened. So anyway, so we got that. Before I get to the show, don't forget to follow us on Untappd and on Instagram. Search Cöld Brüe Podcast. You can find this show along with some of our specials. I got a new special in the can. It's going to be put out in a week or two. I talked with the owners from Kitsune Brewing out here in Phoenix, Arizona, and that was a lot of fun with Tyler and JJ. And then I got another one coming up. It's going to be a special one. Hope you dig it, and it's going to be on YouTube as well. So I'll just leave you with a little teaser right there. So follow us there. You can listen to all of our shows on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and even YouTube. Even though we have a few videos, you can hear the audios too. So if you have YouTube Red, you can get that. And of course, podbean.com, which is where all of our nonsense is stored. All right, without further ado, it's time for another Cöld Brüe. Coming at you pre-recorded from Cöld Brüe Studios. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we're here to talk about beer.
Yes, we are.
How you doing this week, man?
Good. It was a short week, the holiday.
Right.
Good time, good weekend with my girls and our family, so our extended family. So, can't complain. Weather was nice. I thought it was gonna be a lot hotter out here, but that's coming soon.
I know what that's like.
What about you?
Oh, it was good, man. Had a good week. Yeah, just a little tired. I just woke up from a nap, still trying to get my wits about me, but we're here. We're ready to talk about beer, so let's get to it.
Word.
All right, today I have in front of me from our good friends up in Wisconsin, from New Glarus Brewing Company, I have Serendipity, a Hoppy Accident Fruit Ale. I got this from my friend Ronnie. She went up there for the a Beer Babes event, and she asked me if I want anything from up there. I said, yeah, give me some, because she said she was going to New Glarus. I've had Spotted Cow. I'm like, give me something from New Glarus. I've had Spotted Cow, so give me something else. So she got this it's a little 12-ounce can. Let's see. It's called Serendipity. I'll read what's on the back of the can. Severe drought. We shared the farmer's horror as Wisconsin's cherry crop failed. Dan bought what cherries he could. The apple crop fared better. Then joy, a grand Wisconsin cranberry harvest. What will Dan brew with apples, cranberries, and cherries? Oh my, you hold the happy accident of Wisconsin's favorite fruit aged in oak with an almost magical wild fermentation. Serendipity is a wondrous celebration that sparkles your senses and dances across your palate. A kaleidoscope of flavor discovered by accident in a sour ale. Cheers to the unexpected Vielen Dank. Is that I wonder what language that's at or that's in. Thanks for supporting the arts.
Always German.
Daniel and Deborah Carey. The nail 12-ounce can. Let's see, there's ABV on here. There is no ABV printed on the can. I'll get to it later. I'll look it up real quick, but for the time being, Papa, what do you got?
It's an old glare. That's
very nice.
Hey, real quick, and I say this with all due respect.
Uh-huh.
You didn't ask her to bring you back a. You didn't ask her to bring you back a beer, babe. Hi.
All right. What do you got?
Okay. I have from our friends from Firestone Walker. I have one of their vintage collections. I have their 2018 Velvet Merkin.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's the bourbon barrel aged oatmeal stout, vintage number 6. So read the box. Get ready, unrehearsed. Here we go.
All right.
Our brewery began in 1996 when we delved into the rare art of fermenting beer in oak barrels. 10 years later, we took our barrel. I can't say it. Malnicknations to the next
Okay.
level by aging beers in vessels inherited from bourbon houses and other spirits producers. Ever since, the resulting beers have flown under the banner of the Proprietor's Vintage Series, which has become one of the most extensive barrel aging programs in the craft industry. Velvet Merkin is the beer that almost wasn't, at least in name. After all, not our style to conceive monikers that are confounding, scandalous, or comical. But in this instance, we inadvertently achieved all three with Velvet Merkin. Once in the glass, however, Velvet Merkin is dead serious. This decadent oatmeal stout holds your nose hostage with chocolate and vanilla bourbon aromas. Rich flavors of dark chocolate, truffle, bourbon, and espresso ultimately yield a beer that is dangerously smooth and incredibly drinkable. Enjoy beer now or cellar in a cool, dark place between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Allow it to warm up in the glass when serving. And then, it's got the signatures on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the box. And then the gist on the bottle. Let's see. Ooh, even my glasses. This is some fine print. The OG was 20.0 Plato. IBU is 21.0 units. The cases, they say 6,700 produced. The final gravity is 5.0. The yeast is British ale. And the color thing is 86.
SRM?
What is it? SRM, yeah. And this one actually for a barrel age, it's a modest 7.8% ABV. So without any further ado, cap off.
Very nice. Yeah,
you know what I miss?
What?
Sorry,
what do you miss?
I miss my Eagle cap off, but then I remember it didn't work that well, so I don't miss it that much.
I think you just have to lube it up, maybe some WD-40 or whatever.
That's what you always say.
That's my solution to everything.
Yes.
Though the Serendipity, I looked it up, it's 4% alcohol by volume, so it's very light. Dude, this thing drinks like cranberry juice, man. It
Let me see it. Hold it up in the glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like a murky wine almost, or a murky fruit juice. It is fucking serious, man. It's serious but playful at the same time. Kind of like your Velvet Merkin. I mean that's the best way to describe it. I'm drinking juice right now. Especially at 4%. You could drink a lot of it and still be able to have your wits about you. I like it, man. I'm digging this. Well, time will only tell if it's one of those sours that like kind of rots the gut a little bit, so to speak. But right now, I like the initial flavor. It's light on the palate, and but a lot of fruit flavors, man. Tons of fruit flavors. I think I get cranberry the most. The apple is definitely in there, and I guess cherry's in there somewhere. Maybe warm up a little bit. I can get more of it later on. But yeah, I'm digging it so far. So shout out to Ronnie for remembering to bring me something back. So this is cool. How's that a Velvet Merkin? What year did you say that was?
2018.
All right.
Well, yeah, when you were when you were talking about yours, I was drinking mine. So yeah, the color, typical, really dark, barely oatmeal stout color. Again, very little foam, but that's a light brown, if you will. When I first opened it and smelled it, I thought something's not right. It just seemed off, but the taste is there. This is a nice one already.
Very cool. All right, so we'll rate our beers later on during our Untappd portion of the show. Don't forget to follow us on Untappd, search Cöld Brüe Podcast, and friend us, and we'll friend you back. All right, now it's time for some beer news. All right, this story comes to us from a website called South China Morning Post. Beer brewers across the globe are turning to AI to create new ales. Back in 2023, just after Chat GPT was launched to the public, Raul Mansanke, co-founder of Elias Wicked Ales and Spirits in Manila, the Philippines, thought a experiment was in order. He asked an artificial intelligence AI chatbot to devise a hazy pale ale, which his brewery then made. People thought the idea was cool, even if the beer was fairly standard and not so distinctive, says Masanke. Man, I'm having trouble with that name for some reason. Even when we use AI to name the beer Foggy Days and generate the promotional artwork. Clearly, AI can be a tool in the brewing industry as it is in others. Masanke, who also works as an engineer for Intel, isn't the only craft brewer to identify AI's potential. Last year, Britain's St. Austell Brewery launched an IPA wittily named Hand Brewed by Robots, while in the United States, Asbury Park used AI to help create a new IPA, which it called AI IPA. That's a mouthful. Japan's Koeido Brewing teamed up with IT company NEC this year to use AI to develop 4 craft beers based on the characteristics and preferences of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. AI is appealing to the big guns of brewing, too. While Beck's has its autonomous beer, which the beer giant says was created by AI, Heineken has recently opened its global Gen AI lab in Singapore. It might not yet be involved in recipe creation, but the plan is for the lab to boost productivity by looking into how a particular segment of the population might feel about a particular kind of beer. Indeed, AI's potential to make better beer is only just starting to be explored. At KU Leuven, a university in Belgium, Kevin Verstrepen is conducting research into the flavor compounds found in 500 Belgian beers, scoring them against a trained tasting panel and 180,000 online reviews, allowing him to use the data to build a machine learning model that predicts how a beer would taste based just on its composition. AI could then be used to make precise but critical improvements to recipes. It is now extending that research to wine and spirits. From the chemistry alone, we can't know how a beer will taste precisely because the interaction of aroma compounds is so complex. But machine learning can help us connect the dots better and make predictions about the taste and whether someone will like it more or less, says Verstrepen, who worked with a number of Chinese breweries as well as Baijiu distillers. So what do you think, man? What do you think about AI generated recipes?
I was going to say that that could save a lot of well, it could save a lot of um time, I guess. People
Yeah.
could, I guess, yeah, just this recipe should yield or execute this type of, flavor profile,
Hmm.
and comparable, so however, it's the human palate is something that's gonna always be the X factor and something like that.
Yeah.
Just
It
because,
evolves, right?
well, yeah, but just or how do I say? They're the human element. Just because it
Oh,
says that these results should be achieved doesn't mean it's exactly going to be it.
yeah. Especially
I
like
mean, it could
brewing it.
lead you, give you ideas, you know. Shoot, but I don't know. Like, I mean, in all honesty, like two brewers that know what they're doing could take the same exact recipe and again kind of produce something very similar, but not exactly the same. And it could
Right.
go with that. Like, would it spot a bunch of duplicate recipes that are out there in the world? You know?
Right. Just like that all those like I forgot what they're called, but like when the open source recipes, like when Sierra Nevada did that campfire ale,
Right.
they
Well,
put out the
yeah. I mean,
recipe and then like a bunch of different brewers all brewed the use the same recipe, but they all came out differently just because of the how they brew.
right. Well, and then some of them said they tweaked it a little bit here and there, made their own touch,
True.
and that got more evident with the what was it? Black is Beautiful.
Right. Yeah. That's another
Yeah.
one.
Uh, you know what though? I'm gonna lay the continent down though. If you brew using AI, that's like singing with auto tune.
Well, you
I
still
mean,
have
you
to
could still make a
execute.
good beer. You could still make a good beer, like you make a good
Yeah.
song. I might listen to it. I might drink it, but you're not. Uh, but you're using a crutch.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not using your talents. You're not using your God-given talent.
Because to the point, T Pain is a good singer, even without auto tune, but he still has to write the song and he still has to
Exactly.
execute it.
Exactly. 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 So, what's it called? It's like using PEDs.
Or like a headline, someone said that someone I just saw a headline. I didn't click on the story, but someone joked about doing the steroid Olympics, and a bunch of rich people made it happen.
Oh, or I used AI to reverse engineer Heineken. Drink up.
Yeah, but you still have to brew it though, and
Exactly.
everything has to go right for the recipe
Or
and
wrong,
the
depending who
prediction.
you ask.
Yeah, like with the serendipity, they had a terrible cherry crop, and it still came out good. Serendipity. All right, let me move on to the next story. I got two more, so I want to get to them. This comes to us from the Telegraph across the pond. Real Ale fans, world record pub crawl surpasses 24,000 bars. Let's see. A Real Ale fan who has spent more than 40 years on the world's longest pub crawl has reached his 200 or 24,000th establishment. Peter Hill and his friends vowed to broaden their drinking horizons in 1984 and have since traveled 400,000 miles in search of new pubs. The West Bromwich-based Black Country Ale Terrasters have cemented their place in the record books by kicking off every pub in Wales, having a pint on 69 islands around the UK, and visiting on average of 11 pubs every week. Ah, that's a lot. Mr. Hill, who toasted his 69th birthday by raising a glass in the Elephant and Castle in Dudley last month, said the pub crawl had been a great adventure. He said, "I'm not sure if I'll ever stop, as I still really enjoy it. There's still hundreds of pubs to go, so I'll keep going while I can. There's a little group of us who go, the numbers have gone up and down as people have got married. Sometimes I just go by myself. We used to get a little drunk in the early days, but it's more of a mature hobby now. And I always take it easy and pace myself. We don't drink to excess." The group was formed 41 years ago when they set out to visit 300 pubs listed on a map handed by the local bank's brewery in Wolverhampton. After completing the feat, the friends decided to carry on with the added incentive of raising money for charity, devising challenges, each one more ambitious than the last. Mr. Hill has kept 280 arch lever files logging every pub, including pictures, menus, and other memorabilia. The retired engineer said, "We just got a bit bored of going to the same old place, and it was my dad's idea to start visiting 300 from a bank's map of Wolverhampton pubs. Then we sort of, shall we get to 1,000? Then it was 2,000, then 3,000. It just never stopped from there. We set a world record for the longest pub crawl, but it's never been about that. I'm just enjoying my life while trying to raise a bit of money for charity. I prefer the old-fashioned traditional boozers, just a couple of rooms, and a warm welcome is very important." That's a lot, man. How many pubs do you think you've been to in your lifetime?
Oh, geez. That's hard to say.
Yeah, I know, right?
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I just thought of it myself. I'm like, I can't even. Maybe a few hundred. Maybe that's about it, though. I don't even know if it's been 1,000.
Oh no, definitely, yeah, definitely not 1,000. I mean, I would be surprised if it was 100 for me though, because I like a lot of the same spots.
Yeah, it's just easier sometimes. But hey, if you have a hobby, by all means, go for it.
Pretty
All
much.
right, one more story before we move on. This comes to us from The Independent. A beer pioneer, South Africa's first black female brewery owner trains a new generation. After pouring brown, gritty liquid from a huge silver tank, no, excuse me, I'm burping my beer, into a flute-like container known as a refractometer, South African beer brewing master Apiwe. Oh man, this is this is a name I've never like. How do you pronounce an N with an X right after it? And Exusami Mawela gives an expert nod of approval and passes it around to her students, who yell their observations with glee. "When you are brewing, you must constantly check your mixture." Inuksami Mawela instructs them. Man, I wish I I wish I did a pronunciation or a sound or heard someone pronounce her name before attempting to do it myself. We are looking for a balance between the sugar and the grains. The 41-year-old is an international beer judge and taster and is believed to be the first black woman in South Africa to own a craft brewery, a breakthrough in a world largely dominated by men and big corporations. Her desire is to open South Africa's multi-billion-dollar beer brewing industry to more black people and more women. At her microbrewery in Johannesburg, she is teaching 13 young black graduates, most of them women, the art of beer making. The students and Brewster's Academy have chemical engineering, biotechnology, or an analytical chemistry degrees and diplomas, but are eager to get themselves an extra qualification for possible career in brewing. Wearing hairnets and armed with barley grains and water, the scientists spend the next 6 hours on the day's lesson learning how to malt, mill, mash, lauter, boil, ferment, and filter to make the perfect ale. My favorite part is the mashing, says Lorado Banda, a 30-year-old chemical engineering student at the University of South Africa who has dreams of owning her own beer or beverage line. She is referring to the process of mixing, crushing grains with hot water to release sugars, which will later ferment. It's where the beer and everything starts. In Exusami Mawela's class began in early June. Students will spend 6 months exploring beer varieties, both international and African, before another 6 months on work placement. Beer is for everyone. Enuksami Waala's Tolokazi Brewery is in the Johannesburg suburb of Wynberg, wedged between poor black township of Alexandra on one side and the glitzy financial district of Sandton, known as Africa's richest square mile, on the other. She hails from the rural town of Butterworth. some 1,000 kilometers away, and first came across the idea of a career in beer at a university opening day in Johannesburg. She started brewing as an amateur in 2007. She has a microbiology degree and sees beer making as a good option for those with the science background. I sort of fell in love with the combination of the business side, with the science, with the craftsmanship, and the artistic element of brewing, she said. For the mother of two boys, beer brewing is also ripe for a shakeup. I wanted to make sure that being the first black female to own a brewery in South Africa, that I'm not the first and the last. She said, Brewster's Academy for me is about transforming the industry. What I want to see that in 5-10 years from now, it should be normal to have black people in the industry. It should be the norm to have females in the industry. South Africa's beer industry supports more than 200,000 jobs and contributes 5.2 billion to South Africa's growing domestic product. According to the most current Oxford economics research in the beer's global economic footprint, while South Africa's brewing sector remains male-dominated, the most places efforts are underway to include more women. I thought it was a good story. I had the first two already set, and then I was looking earlier today just to see if there's anything else, and I saw that story. I'm like, I want to talk about that. It seems like a cool thing going on there in South Africa, and I hope she succeeds in getting more black people, not only black people, but females into the brewing industry down there in South Africa.
No, I mean, definitely. I mean, expansion is always good.
Yep.
No, not always good. Expansion in the beer industry is always good.
Right. In the beer industry, yeah. I was gonna iterate that, but you did it for me.
That's my qualifier.
Right. All right. So you know what that means?
Think so.
It means it's time for everyone's favorite part of Cöld Brüe Podcast, because it's my favorite part. It's time for a Cöld Brüe List.
Keep it real up in the field, right?
Love that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one hurts, Greg.
Oh man. All right.
Let me ask you this. What gritty movie icon did we recently lose?
Oh man. Yeah, Michael Madsen.
All right. Rest in peace. I saw, okay. I wanted to do a little tribute, so I got his top 10 movies. Okay. According to Screen Rant, anyway. And I saw his obituary came out, and I didn't have the heart to read it. I just wasn't in the mood to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it needs some time.
Yeah, and I'm just a fan and admirer for his tough guy roles. I didn't know him from the next guy. Who knows what his real personal life is? I'm sure, not to trample his grave. I'm sure there's people he had problems with and people who loved him, and
some like anybody else out there.
Some
right?
that, yeah. So, and some that crossed those fields several times in his life too. So, point is, he was 67 when he passed away on the 3rd, right? July 3rd.
I think so, yeah.
So, here we go. Michael Madsen's
a cardiac arrest, right?
And, I believe so, but I didn't know if it was caused by anything.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it wasn't foul play. It wasn't a traffic accident or anything like that. So,
right.
Or a vehicle accident. It doesn't have to be traffic. Okay. So number 10, because I think this was a popular movie, although as this movie is, I've never seen it. 1993's Free Willy.
The only thing I know about Free Willy is that whale jumping over the kid.
Right. And that was the whale that became Blackfish, right?
Probably.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Wow. He was in 2 movies. Good for it.
No, well, the descendant of like his descendants are the crazy.
Right, yeah, I know what you mean.
Not crazy, but yeah.
What's going on out there?
We got these little Rough Rider kids. They have like ATVs and dirt bikes, and they ride them light at night because
okay.
Yeah, they just can't. Um, well, he played Glenn Greenwood, Jesse's foster dad in Free Willy.
Okay.
I thought it said Jodie Foster's dad. I'm like, wait a minute, they're like almost the same age. Right.
The number 10.
Number 9. Now I vaguely remember him in this movie. I've seen this movie. 2002's Die Another Day.
Oh yeah,
They
with the
played,
was it number 4 in the movie in the series or number 5?
well, it was Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
Oh! I was thinking. I was thinking. John McClane, Bruce Willis character. I thought it was
Oh.
another Die Hard. My bad.
Yeah, 007 died. No, when you said number 4 in the series, I'm like thinking, well, yeah, it was Sean Connery. Well, first it was that I forgot what the original OG's name was, but he only did one.
Mm-hmm.
People forget him. Then
Yeah, I
Sean
forgot.
Connery, then Roger Moore, then Timothy Dalton, and then Pierce Brosnan. Right?
Right there you go. And now Craig, and then I forgot who they said is going to be the new one, but I don't think they announced it.
Oh, I think it's Smokey. Craig and Smokey together. No.
All right.
Okay, real quick. He played Damien Falco, which was Halle Berry's boss.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of remember him now. In it.
Okay. Now, number 8, coincidentally, is the Hateful Eight, and to my disdain, I still haven't had time to watch that one. I gotta watch that one.
You know, I've tried watching it 2 times, and for me, it's hard to get into for some reason. I just can't get it. I love all the characters in it and the actors, and of course it's a Tarantino movie, but I just can't get into it for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Again, yeah, just making time to do it. I just haven't, and gosh, I don't even know what platform it'd be on right now. Oh, well, it says right here, Netflix.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know the gist: 8 strangers seek refuge in a blizzard, but they all got something going on.
Right.
All right. Number 7. I didn't see this one, or I don't remember him in this one. I seen this one. 1991 Doors. He played Tom Baker.
Right. Yeah.
Who was like a friend of the band when they got big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I remember seeing parts of it back when it came out, but I don't think I've seen the whole thing all the way through. I got to put that on a list to check out because I do like the Door. I love their music, but I wouldn't call myself the biggest Doors fan.
All right. Number 7, 2005's Sin City. He played Detective Bob.
That was a good one. I like that movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I didn't like his character because he was Bruce Willis's partner that double crossed him.
Yeah, he was a dirty cop.
Yeah. No, he wasn't a dirty. Well, yeah, he was a dirty cop. Yeah, everyone's dirty.
True. Yeah, it is Sin City.
All right. Damn. Here's another one I haven't seen. It is number 5 on the list. Again, another Tarantino, 2019's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Again, just making time to watch movies that you really need to get into is hard for me these days.
Yeah, your focus is elsewhere.
Yeah, but he played Sheriff Hackett.
Right. That was a good one. I like that one. I saw that one in the theater, and yeah, he's really. He's not the main focus of it, but when he's on the screen, you're paying attention to him.
Here's one, number 4. He played, and I didn't realize that the character's full name in this his role was Dominic Napolitanzo.
Okay.
Otherwise known as Sonny Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so from 1997's Donnie Brasco played Sonny Black, who was became the crew leader.
Right. Was he a capo or just a crew leader?
Yeah, Yeah, he was he was the capo of that little crew.
And it was him versus, well, not, I guess his rival. I wouldn't say his enemy was Sunny Red, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Sonny Red was the the boss's son, right?
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, I think that was what.
It
Anyway,
could have been. I
moving on.
forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was good in that though. He's I remember that scene when Johnny Depp didn't want to take off his shoes, and he was in there, and then
Oh yeah.
he was good in that. He was good in the whole movie, but for some reason I remember that scene. I remember Sonny Black in that scene more than any other scene.
Now here's where I really have a problem with this list because this is my favorite. Number three on this list, 1992's Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, that's what
Mr. Blonde.
pretty much introduced most of us to Michael Madsen.
Vic Vega.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing. I mean, everyone that was the scene the meme that kept going around was that scene where he's dancing right before he cut the cop's ear off. I saw that so many places after he died. Yeah.
Steelers wheel for you, coming at you.
The pop bubblegum classic.
K Billy Super Sounds. Number 2 on this list. Forgot about his role in this one. 1991's Thelma and Louise.
Oh man, yeah.
Louise.
I had no idea he was like. I saw that come up like on his bio, like after he died. I'm reading articles about it. Yeah, I remember seeing the movie. I don't remember him being in it though, to be honest, because I mean that's how much I paid attention to the movie when it came out.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen the movie all the way through, and I was even surprised. What Brad Pitt's in that movie too, right?
Yeah, I remember him in it. I don't remember Madsen in it.
All right, then finally, number 1 on this list, 2003's epic classic Kill Bill.
Yeah, he's Bud, right?
Yep.
He was Carradine's brother in it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bill's brother.
Yeah. See, I would. You're right. I'd put Mr. Blonde as his number 1. Reservoir Dogs, and then Kill Bill would be number 2 for me.
Yeah. Or just 2. I mean, or even just above the Thelma and Louise.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 1, 2, Kill Bill, Reservoir Dogs, Pick Your Poison. Yeah. He what's his name? The Tarantino knew exactly what he had, and then he used them 3 times, just on your list alone. Hateful Eight.
No, 4.
4. Oh yeah, 4. Yeah.
Once Upon a Time. Yeah.
Hateful Eight. Once Upon a Time. But Dogs and Bill. So.
And then even like Sin City was Robert Rodriguez, who's a very
good friend of Tarantino.
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. He was a really like you said, he was just really good at playing the tough guy role. I don't know. There's been a few out there, being the tough guy, but yeah, he was for some reason. Yeah, he was just captivating when he was on screen. I just used to love the way he delivered lines. He was good. Yeah. I wonder what he was like in real life. Yeah.
He's never been like the leading man too,
True.
He's always a support role, but he kills it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, when he's
I guess part of his mystique is the mystery and the unknown. You don't know what you're gonna get when he shows up on screen.
Right. Yeah. You knew he was gonna be a tough guy, but you didn't know if he was gonna be like a baby face or a heel.
There you go.
All right, very good. Yeah. The raise a glass to Michael Madsen. Yeah, one of a kind.
Cheers.
Right. Cheers. So how's your beer treating you, man?
Good. It's got great barrel aged flavor going on.
Yeah.
I like it. It's got some sweet notes too in the finish. I think it matured pretty good. What I do like too is the low ABV note on it. It's almost non-existent
Okay. Yeah.
for a barrel aged beer.
Yeah. That helps keep your wits about you.
That's true.
All right. So we are going to rate our beers right now using the Untappd app. Let's see. So I'm going to Untappd right now, and I'm going to search up. I wrote down what beer you had, so you don't have to repeat it this time. Velvet. It's spelled Merkin. MER. Oh, there it is. Yeah, MERKIN.
Well, wait, how did you spell it?
I thought maybe it was MIR. I wasn't sure if it was MIR or MER. See here. 2017 comes up first, but I'm going to type in 2018. There it is. What would you like to rate this beer at?
I gotta give it a 4. Solid 4.
Okay. Right now it's an overall rating of 4.1, so you're not too far off. Two of our friends have rated it for an average of 4.75. Ulysses checked in, but he didn't rate it. Aztec77, he checked in, gave it a 4.5. That was back in 2021. And Ali C gave it a 5.0. That was back in 2018. Those when it was fresh. So you gave it a 4. And what notes would you like to leave on it?
Just what do I say? Big, rich, and sweet. It's got a lot of flavor notes going on.
Yeah.
But that sweetness really, for me, is what I pick up a lot.
All right.
Shines through the most.
That's awesome. We unlocked the Oat of This World badge. Level 1.
Yeah.
See, so mine was Serendipity. Yeah, I just realized Serendipity, the old Dig Vitale tagline, right?
Well, yeah. One of his many.
Right. Serendipity. Oh, it's got a little what is that little thing on it? Looks like a metal. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it's a 2024 2025 award winner, Untappd award winner. Number 2 in the fruit beer category.
Oh, hey.
So it's really good, man.
It's popping up.
Yeah, it is. It is a really it like I said earlier, man. It tastes like you're just drinking juice with like a little carbonation added to it. So it's not like you could just really pound it down. It's light. It's not a big huge carbonation thing. But like you heard earlier when I was trying to read my story, I started burping. So it's not a bad thing. It just is part of the brewing a beer. I like it. I'm gonna give it a 4.25 because I don't think I've had many like this, and it hasn't given me the like the little rot gut that sometimes sours give me. That's an own personal thing. So it has an overall rating of 4.20. So I'm right there with everyone else. 4 of our friends have rated it for an average of 4.63. Kate, Sweet Kate, she gave it a 4.25. Jace checked in but didn't rate it. Travis M gave it a 4.75. Christian M gave it a 4.5. Ali C, she popped up again. She gave it a 5. She said she commented OMG, so she really liked it. She drank it back in 2015, shit, like 10 years ago. So let me check in, put in 4.25, and tastes like fruit juice. It really does. Save and check in. All right, close them cards. And all right, so let's get to the real shit, as the kids like to say. You asked me to watch a documentary on Netflix. It's called Trainwreck, Poop Cruise. I guess Trainwreck's a series. They're coming out with a new one. They come out with one every week, or right now?
I don't know.
Like,
but yeah, I heard I
Yeah.
heard Poop Cruise is the the popular one right now,
Right.
the infamous.
So I liked it. I thought it was good. I remember the story when it came out in 2015. I knew it was back in the day. I didn't realize it was 10 years ago, or it's been 10 years. Um but I didn't really like, I didn't dive into the story when it came out. I heard it. I saw people make fun of it online, and knew of it, but I didn't know all the details until I saw this thing. Why don't you, since you're the one who wanted who asked me to watch it, give me your take on it.
Yeah. Oh well, it was a Carnival cruise, the Carnival Triumph,
Mm-hmm.
that sailed out of Texas to Mexico and then back. It was supposed to be a 4-day cruise, and yeah, they at least they made port. They made it to Mexico, and on the way back, there was an engine fire that put them at adrift. They lost power, propulsion, and with a side effect of the fire too is they lost electricity, which was the main which powered the toilet system.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had some improvisation to do for handling the matter of using the
Wait.
bathroom.
Right.
Put a lot of people inconvenienced, to say the least. And
Right.
yeah, it was just an interesting story. But my thing though is that, hey, at least they made it to Mexico. At least they got to do the get off and do all the excursions and have their day, and then bam, back on the boat. And then yeah, they're just crazy. It just seems so many so much planning is missed for that scenario.
Yeah. Right. I
And then
yeah.
well, what you call it? Just yeah, this you know their first solution was, if you get the poop, they gave them red biohazard bags and just
Right.
throw them away, and then pee in the shower because the shower drain works.
Mm-hmm.
But then yeah, it wasn't really fleshy. Like that was the thing when the biggest, I guess, uh issue, or yeah, the worst part about it was when they finally got the tugboats going. The tugboats tilted the boats, and that splashed everything, to say the
Yeah.
least. That was kind of funky as hell.
Yeah. It tilted the boat, and then everything started overflowing,
Yeah,
and started. Yeah, it was. But just go to the high side then.
exactly.
Easier said than done. There's 4,000 people on that boat. Crew and passengers combined, and yeah, I like the when they had the idea. Hey, let's open the bar. Let people have some free drinks,
Oh
and
yeah,
and then people started having sex, and then there was fights, and the urinating. I think it was the first thing, right? They said urinating off the side
yeah,
of the boat.
right.
And then people having sex in just out in public, and then of course the fights come. And then the one thing I was that irked me a little bit was when they try to give people food, and people started hoarding,
Yeah,
because they was looking out for themselves, which I get, that kind of happens. This survival instinct kind of kicks in, but man, just you got to ration. They're gonna try to give
yeah.
everyone, feed people. You gotta, just take your allotment, and then um, I'm not gonna.
Figure it out.
They're not gonna not feed you. So it's not like you have to worry about it. You're not gonna be there for months at a time. So that kind of made me feel, I don't know, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, everyone, we're in this together. Stop being an asshole about it.
Right. What's wrong with everyone?
And then I thought it was funny, they showed like the late night comedians like making fun of it.
Yeah.
It was a good segue too, because then um the one Saturday Night Live skit, when they yeah, I think it was Jason Sudeikis. He was pretending to be a host on the boat. And he's like, "Oh, stop reading the headlines," because that's what they were talking about, was the headlines. I thought that was a good little segue. And then they, you know what? One of the things that I got confused by, because they showed that the one older gentleman with his daughter, who looked like to be in her
Right.
20s, and then they showed that other guy who said he was there with his future in-laws, with his fiance and future in-laws, and I
Yeah.
thought they were that was the guy that was supposed to be his future father-in-law. I was confused, and then they said his daughter was
Oh,
12. I'm like, what the
yeah.
fuck? And I'm like, oh, okay, it's a
Oh,
different family.
yeah, that's a misconnection right there.
Yeah, so I was confused for like the first 15 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's his fiance was 12 years old. What
Right?
kind of fucking hotel is this?
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, the shit's not the problem here, people.
Yeah, we're looking at we're looking at the wrong issue here.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean 4,000 people, and they really only interviewed like 10, but they only had time to interview 10. They interviewed like everybody. Shit, it'd be like
Right.
a 5-hour documentary.
Yeah. But it does definitely makes you second guess on doing a
Yeah.
cruise, right?
But you know, at the end, I felt like a sense of relief. Like when they finally landed, I was like, oh man, because I thought they did a really good job of building the anxiety of being on the boat for
Oh, yeah.
7 days, and then when
No,
they got to
definitely.
dock, I felt good. I felt good for them. I felt like a wave of relief.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, we know there was no there's no casualties from this, but yeah, talk about a huge inconvenience because it doubled the trip length, right? It was 8 days,
Yeah, right. And then they got in
or
there
at least
at
8
night.
days.
Yeah. They got there at night. I do like the fact that they showed that a lot of the passengers credited the crew with keeping things as civil as they did, you know, for the most part anyway. So yeah, it was good, man. I'm glad you asked me to watch it. I heard it a couple times because I listened to, like I told you, I listened to the Bill Simmons podcast, and he's brought it up a couple times, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah, he liked it. He kept saying like to his different guests, they asked him if they watched the poop cruise. And so when you said to watch it, I'm like, all right, fine. That's like the third time I've heard I got to watch it. So I watched it, and I'm glad I did. It was good.
Cool.
All right. Anything else you'd like to bring up on this episode of Cöld Brüe Podcast?
No,
All
I
right.
think we're good. Hope everyone had a happy and safe 4th of July.
All right. Same here. Thank you for downloading yet again another Cöld Brüe Podcast. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we'd like to wish you cheers.
Until next time.